Today didn't go as planned. Ruby failed her MOT, people. What's going on? Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol, and welcome to a video I hadn't planned on making. Today I was actually meant to be reviewing a very cool car, and plans got cancelled very early on because today was Ruby's MOT day. She was booked in at 8:45. I had every confidence she was going to pass. It's only her third MOT. What could possibly go wrong? It was a 45-minute to an hour wait, so I wandered up to my friends at Aston Martin Chichester and had a nice cup of coffee and looked round the showroom. All was going tickety-boo. Walked back to the MOT test centre, and Ruby's failed her MOT. Now, the problem with this all stems back to the modifications I've been doing to my car. So you've probably tuned in over the last few months and seen lots of different changes I've made to Ruby, and one of which was I've changed the wheels. So I got rid of my old wheels that came stock with the car and replaced them with Team Dynamics 1.2s and Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. And I'm very, very happy with them. However, one of the things I hadn't really thought about when we changed the wheels, and because of the way it was done, I got the Team Dynamics wheels. I was very, very grateful for Michelin to supply me the tyres. So the wheels and tyres went off and they were fitted together. And then when I met up with the B-Road Hunting Club for the day and fitted the BC Racing coilovers, I put the wheels on the car, and I was really chuffed because I found a buyer for my old wheels, and they literally were sold that day and disappeared off. What I hadn't thought about was the tyre pressure warning system on the Mini. I didn't give it a second's thought. So when I drove home and it was inactive, it wasn't working, I thought, well, never mind, tomorrow morning I'll reset it and everything will be okay. And I couldn't reset it. So the normal procedure is you push reset, you go for a drive, and the car kind of sorts out what the pressures are, and then it comes up with a nice little picture on the dash saying everything's tickety-boo. Sadly, it wouldn't do that. And it transpired quite quickly that the new Team Dynamics wheels, no surprise, had no tyre pressure sensors on them. I don't know what I was thinking, whether I thought they would do anyway. But I never really thought it was a major issue. It was annoying when I got in the car. It would pop up with a little warning light to say it wasn't working, and then I'd have a light on the dashboard, but it wasn't a major problem. That is until you come to MOT your car. Because if you have a tyre pressure warning system and it doesn't work, that is an MOT failure. News to me, everybody. Who knew? So I'm now scuppered. Because I need an MOT, I need to use the car next week, and I'm thinking, what on earth am I going to do? I rang my Mini garage. Must say they weren't massively helpful because I had basically aftermarket wheels, so they weren't particularly helpful. So I rang my very trusted tyre fitting company that I've been using for 15, nearly 20 years, which is Mitchell Diva Tyres. You might have seen them when I changed my run flats to Michelin Pilot Supersports. They were the guys that fitted the tyres for me. And I rang them up and they said, we reckon we can sort it out. Bring the car up, we'll have a look. So I then had to drive from Chichester up to Mitchell Diva, which is just by Winchester. Got there, and a very, very cool guy from Mitchell Diva called Damien started to help me. And we ended up having to put 3 different diagnostic computers into the car because the thing we were worried about was normally the tyre pressure sensors that are either in the wheel, actually behind the valve, there's a little pressure sensor there, or sometimes some cars, they're on the kind of ABS circuit. But it turns out that in the Mini, they're on the back of the valve, and I didn't have tyre pressure sensors on my valves. So I'm then worrying about whether or not if we replace the valves with ones with tyre pressure sensors on the actual car, and the tyre pressure warning system would pick up those valves. So we were looking for different types of codes and so on. Anyway, after probably half hour, 40 minutes of digging around and making a few phone calls, we pretty much worked out that the car is self-sensing. So if we put 4 tyre pressure sensors, 1 in each tyre, the car should pick them up and we'd be okay. So I had new tyre pressure sensors fitted. Unfortunately, they are quite expensive, like £75 each. Anyway, we had them fitted. We're still crossing fingers at this point, by the way. We coded, so each one has a unique code. We captured the codes and then we fitted them on the tyres and wheels. And then the bit that we were kind of crossing our fingers for, we then basically turned the car on, and the procedure we were told was to leave the car for about 10 to 15 minutes, and it would basically find the sensors in each tyre and basically synchronize with them, and everything would be okay. That's the petrol pup in the background squeaking a toy. So we did that, and then what we had to do was I had to drive up the road for somewhere in the region of 10 minutes while the tyre pressure sensor system kind of worked itself out. What transpired was I literally turned out of Mitchell Deaver Tyres car park, drove about 100 yards up the road, and everything came on, the green lights came on, and I am all good. Thank you, thank you, Squeaky. I'm trying to do a vlog here, people. God, dear me. So yeah, all sorted. So I then had to drive all the way back to Chichester to the test centre to basically get my MOT certificate. So fantastic, I now have an MOT. Hallie, can you stop squeaking, please? So Ruby has her MOT. I wanted to make the video because I am sure I am not the only muppet to have been caught out on this one. I guess normally when you change, if you've got a tyre pressure monitoring system on your car and you change your wheels, at the point you change your wheels, you need to make sure that whatever system you've got, if you've got the pressure monitors in the valves, you need to make sure that you take those out of your old wheels and put them on your new wheels. And then the codes are in there and the car will sync up quite quickly. But I had probably 2 or 3 hours today where I was really very concerned that I was stuffed, basically. I had tyres that didn't have pressure monitors on them, I had a system that wasn't working, and basically my car had failed its MOT, and I just couldn't work out how I was going to get past the MOT. Luckily, it's all worked out for the good. Yes, I have a hole in my pocket I hadn't expected, which is very annoying. But this is one of those things, when you do modifications, just make sure that you look and think about everything. I didn't give it a second's thought. I don't know how I thought the tyre pressure monitor system worked. I don't know, some kind of Harry Potter magic maybe. But clearly I messed up big style. But it's all sorted now. But I thought I'd just make a video, and at least it might be of some use to you if you are thinking of changing to aftermarket wheels. Just make sure you have a look at how your tyre pressure monitoring system works, because I didn't realise, it was news to me, it is an MOT failure. Basically, if you've got any warning lights on your dashboard, you fail your MOT, but it's only been in for the last couple of years, apparently. So, I also have to say a massive thank you to Damien and the guys at Mitchell Deaver Tyres for basically sorting out my problem today. They are the most professional tyre fitment company I've ever been to. And by the way, they're not sponsoring this or anything, they just genuinely are. So if you're in that kind of Winchester area, firstly, I've never ever had them beaten on price. Brilliant prices for tyres. Fitment is very, very good, very professional outfit. But if you've got problems like I had today, hold on a minute, we've got some... She's desperate to get on the video. You always want to get on the video, don't you? She's had a clip yesterday. So yeah, if you are in the market and you live kind of in the south, Winchester way, I would recommend them highly. But I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. You can berate me and call me a muppet if you like. I am quite prepared for that. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next film, guys. But you take care. And from the Petrol Pup and myself, have you stopped squeaking now? Excellent. I was meant to spend the whole day reviewing cars, being with them, and I've spent the whole day sat in car garages, driving around, trying to get my car sorted. But I'll see you on the next film, guys. You take care. Drive safe. Drive safe. Definitely.